Okay. Appreciate everybody joining us. I'm going to go ahead and start the meeting. Uh, Mark Church isn't with us today. Um, he had a family issue that he needed to be a part of. Um, but I'm going to cover a few topics. I'm going to hand it over to Nathan Miller, and then we'll have open Q&A. I just got two things I needed to cover with everybody. There is a cancellation and revision policy coming down the pipeline. It's going to go live October 1st or 2nd. I think Monday is October 2nd, or no, Wednesday. So it's going to go live October 1st. And there'll be more details about this on the September 24th call. So make sure you're a part of that. So in 2 weeks from today, make sure you're on that call. We're going to be going over the cancellation and revision policy relative to customers. So please make sure you are on the call next week, or on the 24th, the next dealer workshop call. And then the second thing I wanted to cover is that we're going to be removing the custom options from the order process. So from the to build and off-lot order process, we're going to no longer offer custom options. If there's something extremely custom that we need to do, we can apply that through an extra miscellaneous order, or we'll deal with it. But we are syncing Compass with our accounting software, and to streamline the process, we need to remove that for those rare instances, and we need to deal with those in a different manner. So we'll be removing those this coming Monday, the 16th. That will be removed. So just know that if you're looking for that, if there's a custom option, when you're talking to the customer, call in to headquarters beforehand so we can game plan and figure out what's the best method to get that order put through Compass. So just understand that custom options will be removed from the order process on Monday, September 16th. Okay, that's all I needed to cover. I'm going to hand it over to Nathan Miller. He's going to go over some catalog changes with y'all, and then we'll open it up for Q&A.
Alrighty, so good morning, guys. So going through these brochure updates, the first thing, I sent out a Google Doc to everybody through email on Monday. So the first thing we're going to go through is the Painted Deluxe. This is a new model that Shows Direct has come out with. It's the exact same thing as the Vinyl Deluxe, right? But it is in the LP Smart side. And it's only offered in painted colors, so no honey tone, no driftwood stain. The Painted Deluxe will be offered in all the same sizes as the Vinyl Deluxe. So when we're looking at that, just be sure to pay attention to the size of the Vinyl Deluxe as well. The next thing we've got is the LuxGuard flooring. It is now officially available in black and silver. It is only offered in the vinyl building, so Vinyl Standard, Vinyl Deluxe, Vinyl Barn, and cottages. We will do it in cottages. The next thing we've got here is the overhead doors. So in the past, it's kind of been weird about the what size buildings we'll put the overhead doors in, what colors go in what size build or in what style buildings, and so we've come out with a little chart to be very clear with that. And so if you look here on the doc that I sent you guys on lofted barns, smart barns, painted smart barns, and vinyl barns, 10 wides and 8 wides, no garage doors will be available. Okay, that meaning that only 12 wides and 14 wides will we do garage doors. And so garage doors being 8 wides and 7 foot tall, and 14 wides we'll do 9 foot wide, 8 foot wides, and 7 foot tall. The other thing on the chart is the Painted Deluxe and Vinyl Deluxe. No garage doors are offered in the 8 wides and 10 wides, only 12s and 14s. The exact same things as the barns. It's on 12 wides we'll do an 8 wide garage door with 7 foot tall. 14 wides will be 8 wide and 9 foot wide and 7 foot tall. Then we get over to the utility and smart shed, painted smart shed and vinyl standard. We will not offer garage doors in these buildings. Okay, reason being because these buildings are only at a 6'6" tall. if you'll look over to the right, at the end of the chart, it says utility smart shed, painted smart shed, vinyl standard with taller wall. This is the only way that we'll do a garage door. It will not be offered in a 10 wide or 8 wide, just as these other buildings. On 12 wides, we'll do an 8 wide garage door, 6'9" high. Okay, so it's not the full 7 foot tall. It's only 6'9". And then on the 14 wides, we'll do an 8 wide, 6 by 9 high. Okay, so we won't do the 7 foot tall. So when it comes to the colors of the garage doors, on all vinyl buildings, the garage doors are white. On painted smart sheds, painted deluxe buildings, the new building we've come out with, and the painted smart barn, it will be white. The smart shed, smart barn, utility, and lofted barn, the garage door will be brown. The color on those 4 models will not be changed. Okay, they will remain brown, and that's very clear on the invoice when you're showing and going through it with the customer. Okay. The next thing we've got is porches. So now with porches, it is mandatory that we get a tall wall package when you're getting a porch on a vinyl standard, a smart shed, painted smart shed, or utility. So all the A-frame buildings besides the vinyl deluxe, painted deluxe, and the cottage, we will do a porch, but it's got to have that tall wall package so that when you're stepping up, you don't bump your head on the top of the porch. Next thing we've got is lofts. So on the A-frame buildings, we've all noticed that vinyl standards, smart sheds, painted smart sheds, and utilities, the lofts, if we put a loft in there, it's way too short. So now it's mandatory that if we put a loft in there, we need to have that tall wall package. The next thing we've got here is the metal roof colors. We are discontinuing 5 of the metal roof colors, and that will be metal blue, metal clay, bright red, metal tan, and ivory, and we're doing that across the board. So we'll have at least 12 of the most popular metal colors and shingles. And 8 shingle colors. Yep. And so the next thing we've got is interior paint on cottages. One thing we're looking at is we will no longer offer painted interiors in cottages, and this is going company wide. Okay, so no interior paint on cottages. Side porches. Due to just a lot of customers not being interested in the side porches, this would be the long end of the building. We're discontinuing side porches. And then overhead door openers will be the last thing that we will discontinue in this brochure. So if you guys got any questions, I think Jason's got it from here.
Is that everything, Nathan?
Yep. That's everything on the brochures.
Okay. De-unmute everybody, please. All right. Does anybody have any questions?
Hey, yes, I have a question. This is Sean down from Goldsboro. How are you?
Pretty good. How are you doing, Sean?
Good. Can we expand more on the interior paint on cottages? So that kind of hurt my heart a little bit because maybe 75% of my customers, 80%, they get that interior paint. I think it looks good. Why are we discontinuing that?
Nathan, are you there?
Yeah, I'm here. So to be, go ahead.
The walls come prepared. Hey, I got AJ here just by chance. I got the other question about where we're stopping the interior paint for cottages. What is the color? Isn't it already come white? Is it that finished? It's the paneling.
Right. Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So, all right. The reason behind that is we would paint the interiors of the cottages, and we would caulk all the seams during the delivery process with that shed on that trailer going down the highway. It put too much stress and it would crack the caulk, and it just wasn't looking good. So what we propose is it was just causing too many problems. The customer can still go out there and paint it themselves or hire a handyman, but with the delivery process, it just wasn't giving that A+ service to the customer. They were getting a building that wasn't perfect.
And they
So
were
that's
getting too many work orders.
right. Yeah. So it's in the best interest for the customer just to have the nephew, have the neighbor kid come in, paint it, caulk it, because it's not going to come through nice after a delivery process. Does that make sense, John?
My assistant over here telling me it makes sense, but we never had that problem. But he's trying to talk some sense into me over here.
Yeah, it's a great question. It's a great question. It's a good question. But
Yeah.
I think that's solid reasoning. We were trying it out. We were getting too many work orders for it, so that's what we did.
Okay. But even on rent to own, people can go paint their barn.
I think in the RTO contract, they're not allowed to modify it in any way, shape, or form because they don't
Right.
technically own that. They're renting it.
Yeah.
Any other questions?
Yes, this is Michelle with Sheds to Go.
Hey, Michelle.
Hey, can you explain to me how to justify the cost of adding a porch to a building? You're actually losing interior space, and then you're paying an upcharge for the porch.
Mm-hmm.
Can you explain that to me?
The difficulty, I will get. This is not from the builder, so I got to communicate with the builder, Michelle, and we will put this in the handwritten, or we'll follow up with you, or put it in the handwritten notification, the recap. But from my experiences with the builders talking about that was the complexity to build the porch, the time investment. It's not an easy thing to do. So even though you're taking room away from it, the difficulty to build that thing, to build that porch with all the pickets and everything else, complicates the process and slows down the production. But I will get clarity for you. But that is what I believe they're going to tell me.
Okay.
Any other questions? Okay. Well, if there's no other questions, again, make sure we're on the next phone call about the cancellation process. That's going to be an important one. Mark Church will be back to go over that. The cancellation revision process is super important. Need your feedback. Want to talk through it with you guys, the dealers. So make sure you're on the next dealer workshop. Have a great day. Have a great week. And thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it, everybody. Take care.